Hey kids, I'm Will England with Cherokee County Water and Sewage Authority. I'm in the Environmental Affairs Office. I'm here today to talk to you about the water cycle. Did you know that the water cycle, it keeps going on and on? It's never created nor destroyed. It's a cycle, so it goes on and on. I've got a book today to read to you about that very thing. It's called Water is Water, and it's written by Miranda Paul and illustrated by Jason Chin. Drip, sip, pour me a cup. Water is water. Unless, you see the kids, they're getting a glass of water and giving some to the turtle and the cats close by. It heats up. Whirl, swirl, watch it curl by. Steam is steam unless, see the picture? There's steam rising up from the coffee mug or tea. It cools high. A dragon in a wagon, a crow kneading dough. Clouds are clouds unless, see there's the dragon, and there's the wagon, and there's the crow kneading dough. They form low. Do you know what water's called when it forms low? If you guessed fog, you're right. Misty, twisty, where's the town? Fog is fog unless it falls down. Patter, splatter, what's that sound? Rain is rain unless, see in the picture the little brother has a little snake he's chasing his sister with. It's on the ground. Slosh. In galoshes. Splash to your knees. Puddles are puddles unless puddles freeze. Glide, slide, put on the brakes. Ice is ice unless it forms flakes. Pack, stack, shape it, and see around the corner of the house, there's some kids with snowballs. They're getting ready to throw them at the kids building the snowman. Smack. Oh, they did. Snow is snow unless spring comes back. Creep, seep, squish in your boots. Mud is mud unless there are roots. Swig, grow big, reach for the best. Apples are apples unless, you see in the picture here's an apple tree with all the trees up in the leaves and it's soaking up all the rainwater. They get pressed. Drip, sip, pour me a cup. Cider is cider unless we drink it up. Here's some more about water. So it says, water moves and changes often, just like children. Also, people, each drop of water travels its own unique path. This story shows only some of many creative ways that water moves and changes over seasons. Although the characters in this book sometimes heat up, drink, or play with water, nature usually moves and transforms water all by itself through the water cycle. Water is water. A cup of water begins its cycle as a liquid, but then it heats up. The white swirl that rises above the boiling pot or cup of cocoa is still water, but we call it steam. It will become an invisible gas. in the air. Did you know the sun, not people, heat most water up? Without forming swirls of visible steam, it turns to gas. Whichever way it happens, this process is called evaporation. It cools high, and invisible gas, water, is called a vapor. Once a vapor reaches cooler air, often high in the clouds, vapors form clouds. This is called condensation. They form low. When water vapor cools and condenses close to the ground, the cloud that forms is called fog. Fog is not as common as high-flying clouds and plays a very small part in the water cycle. Bus drivers must be thankful for that. It falls down. Once water droplets inside any cloud become too heavy, they fall down as precipitation. Though rare, water droplets in fog can drip or drizzle down, but most precipitation comes from higher clouds. Whenever water falls down from clouds as liquid, is called rain. On the ground, water that moves on the top of the ground is called runoff, which collects in puddles, lakes, rivers, and oceans. Puddles freeze. When temperatures drop below a certain point, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius, water turns into its solid form, called ice. It forms flakes. Snow is made up in the sky when bits of ice form crystals around specks of dust or pollen. As they fall, vapors freeze and stick to each crystal to make flakes. Spring comes back. When temperatures warm up, the snowmelt runs off into streams and rivers. Along the way, some water mixes with dirt to make mud. There are roots. Seepage happens when water creeps down from the top of the dirt into small spaces underground. When plants absorb this water, it's called uptake. This helps them grow and produce fruit. They get pressed. Although apples are solid, the water inside them makes them plump and juicy. Squeezing them release the liquid. We drink up. Do you know that you are mostly made of water? Drink up water every day to stay amazing as you already are. So that's an excellent book, and I highly recommend. If you've not already checked it out from the library, you need to check it out. And a cool activity to do at home to see how the water cycle happens. You can take a water bottle, like this one I've got here, and draw a cloud on it. Here's the little droplets of water. Be sure to put water on it and put it next to your window. And the sun, the heat from the sun, will cause the water to start its process. You see the water that's condensed up here at the top is like the clouds that we see out in nature. You see some of the water droplets that have formed down here around the side. That's like our precipitation. And the water at the bottom is more like a lake or a river. So water, as it starts its journey as a liquid, it heats up, so it goes up as a vapor, it condenses, and then once it gets too heavy, then it falls as precipitation. So once again, we have evaporation, where it's going up, condensation, where it forms a cloud, and precipitation, where it falls as rain, sleet, or snow. So thank you for joining us. Be sure to also check out an interactive website, which is a Project Wet website. It's discoverwater.org/blue-traveler/. And on this website, they've got a lot of interactive games that you can play and learn more about the water cycle. So thank you, and please check out our other videos. Have a good day.